It's Al Cole from CBS Radio, host of the syndicated talk show People of Distinction, cluing you in that in our 21st century, I'll tell you, products and services are sold through video. That's right, so sell it through video at Al Cole Enterprises and SAG 14 Production Company. You got it, and right now you got it too. Enjoy another outstanding audio clip from our international guest list, brought to you by UR Link Print and Media, featuring my son, the fantastic Benji Cole, on People of Distinction.
And on the line with us today, we have Robert W. Spruce and Sherri C. Southers. We'll be discussing their wonderful book, Companions. Is It Asking Too Much? Available for purchase through Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com. But guys, listen, if you want to gather everything that they have in store, do yourself a favor and head directly to their personal site. And that's srfriendsbp.com. So that's the letter S as in Sam, R as in Robert, Friends, traditional spelling, of course, B as in Bravo, P as in Peter.com. Now, when you head to that site, you're going to be able to find more information on each of them. You're going to be able to find more information on this fantastic book, Companions. But guys, get this. This is not the only book that they have in store. So when you go to that site, Companions is actually the sequel to the first book called A Journey of a New Person. Harden Not Your Heart. Now that book is there, available on the site, also available for purchase. And then they also have a new children's book called Hudson and the Sea Monster. Now at this current time, it's a 4-part series, 3 of which have already been published and 1 is still in creation. But guys, listen, they have a lot of work that they're wanting to embark upon, okay? They have a long journey still ahead of them, and Hudson and the Sea Monster potentially will be a 12-part series. So you want to check back into their site frequently to really stay abreast on everything that they have going on. And one more time, that's srfriendsbp.com. And I will say that Robert and Sherri were both brought to our network, People of Distinction, today by some of the best movers in the business, UR Link Print and Media Publishing. So if you have a book that you'd like moved, do yourself a favor and contact our great friends over at UR Link. You can find out more information on them at urlinkpublishing.com. And without further ado, Companions, is it asking too much? Tell us a little bit more about your narrative.
Well, the narrative really takes into consideration the fact that we are, as men and women, we are different, okay? So as we end up in those friendship and more intimate relationships of marriage, okay, we find that we are different. Men look at some things certain ways and women differently, okay? And certainly as men, we have often, we might say, had a Brutus persona in life. There's a persona of what we are expected to do. It's sort of like Benji, you know, we've had to face a 10-foot grizzly bear with a spear, okay? And so there's not a lot of time to contemplate that over the centuries. And we've had to sort of make quick decisions. So by nature, we are we're very individualized. We are very we make quick decisions. We are very much feeling like we are in command. And so in that way, you know, we're very dualistic. Things are either right or wrong, yes or no, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And so that's led us to have that male persona. Our women friends, and those we're at companionship, well, it's very different. They look at everything with a lot of different senses all at the same time. You know, so it's been interesting to look at the idea of relationship and companionship and how we work together. Moving on throughout this Brutus and response by the female to the point where we are truly in communication with one another, and we are true companions, okay? And no longer role relationship, and no longer at kind of, you know, where we kind of the heads knock each other, okay, if you can use that expression.
And we do that by having charitable interpretation of the other person, always respecting their perspective, even if we don't agree with them, not presupposing that they're trying to manipulate us or lying, or even realizing that they may not be expressing themselves as well as they could have. So giving people a wide berth, as we believe God helps us, or he provides a wide berth for us so that we can be in continuous relationship with him. And so not to look at one another as possibly an enemy or someone that is somewhat out to get us, because we're both working to improve our relationship with God and with one another, and also learning how not to have an inflated ego when dealing with one another.
It's Al Cole from CBS Radio, host of the syndicated talk show People of Distinction, cluing you in that in our 21st century, I'll tell you, products and services are sold through video. That's right, so sell it through video at Al Cole Enterprises and SAG 14 Production Company. You got it, and look forward to enjoying other outstanding audio clips from our international guest list, brought to you by UR-Link Print and Media, featuring my son, the fantastic Benji Cole, on People of Distinction.